Hello everyone. So today I'm going to share more about how you can share Power BI reports to your external customers using one of the latest Microsoft services called Power Pages. So in short, what is Power Page? So it is basically a low-code tool which actually give you access to create the customer-facing portal where you can embed your Power BI reports. Not only Power BI reports, you can do n number of things, just like a website. So, sharing Power BI reports externally through that portal is one of the use case. And the advantage of having Power Page is basically, you do not need any external Power BI licenses for your customers for them to access the reports. You can customize the UI and make the feel, just like their brandings. Then you can actually create a website using the Power Page portal, and it is somewhat a low code tool. Most of the standard things are already present in the native templates that Microsoft offer, but if you still want to customize the templates on top of the standard templates that Microsoft offer, it provides that flexibility as well using Microsoft Visual Studio. So in this video, I'm going to share one of the use case that we have recently completed for one of our client, which is basically, he want his customer to enter the data through the portal, and that data should go to the dataverse. And then we created those reports as well, utilizing that data that their client enters by creating the analysis on the Power BI report and then embedding all those Power BI reports into the portal. So I'm going to show you that today. So in this video, I'm sure you're going to learn how you can share the Power BI reports externally using Power Page portal without having to assign a license to a external user. So as you can see in my video, so this is the site that we have created. And if I click on this, then this is how the portal looks like for end user, where they'll be asked to sign in to see the reports and all. So I have already created my account over here. So I just have to sign in. And you see, these are the different tabs. So these all are custom made. So we can create all these using Microsoft Visual Studio. So these are different inputs where the client can use to enter the data. So these all are, list of partners, the services, year, month, and they'll submit a form. Same goes for the, the other tab. And this is one of the report that we created based on the client need, utilizing the data that is being entered by the customers in partner input and contract input. So you see, so there's actually a Power BI report. So you can see over here, we have published all the reports over here, taken the iframes, and then we have embedded over here, and it's all interactive. I mean, you can play with the dashboard. We can, basically slice and dice the data. So, yeah. So this is how it looks like. So we can, in fact, create forms as well. So you might have observed there are some scenarios where, you need different section of the forms to be filled by the user. So you see, we have, so this is again a custom form. We have done it using Microsoft Visual Studio. And there are three sections to this form. The first one is individual information, where they'll select a partner and they'll give a name. I'm filling just the mandatory values and the postcode. And here you'll see we can do this as well. So either preferred contact number can be a number, or if I enter an email, you see this appears. So if I do this, then this gets disappear. So I'll click on next. And then it asks for the consent for PSI. It is basically the second section. So you'll observe what happens if I click on consent for PSR, different subsections get appear, just like parent-child relationship. And here, if I select this happens, and if I go to the next section, then this happens. And then if I select all, here I have selected unable to communicate to English. So that's the reason it gave me the language option. So I can select all the language that I know from here, and these are coming from Google. And then I'll go to next. The moment I hit next, it goes to the next section, which are basically services, and I give the consent for different partners. And I go to submit. So this is how I'm submitting a form without having to create a Power App for the customers. Because if you know, then to use a Power App, a user need a license. So, but if we do the same inside a custom form and embed that inside Power Page, your customers can fill out all the needed data without having to need a license. So this is one of the advantage. So this all data gets submitted to Dataverse, and this is how it appears over here. So these are different tables, and you can in fact customize this if you want to see 25 records at a time, 50 records at a time, 100 records at a time. So the table would get expanded. And then these are basically different data that is coming in from the backend, the data which I have just filled. You see partner submitting form, first name, last name, name of carer, first line of address, postcode, phone number, and so on. And here you can change the status as a manager if the referral is received, service delivered, referral rejected, and you can give the reasoning if it is rejected. Let me submit it and then update it. The moment I do this, so the record would be updated on the backend, and it will be auto synced in every 15 minutes. Similarly, we have different tables. Here we have referrals received. Here the referrals sent. Basically, how many referrals I have submitted, and here how many referrals I have received. And I go to the next dashboard. It's basically showing the same thing. Here, you can see all the referral, irrespective of how many referrals are sent and received. And this is PSR, which is basically, the other data. What are the codes that the user has selected? Preferred languages. So if you see someone has selected, let's say, unable to communicate to English. So if you go down, you see, so these are the languages that they prefer to speak. So yeah, this is how a Power Page from the UI perspective looks like. And if you have similar needs, feel free to reach us out.